the way Nigerians have bad reputation all over the world. Yet Nigerians are good. Hey y'all, Mabel here again. It's your girl here. Thank you for tuning in. How are you? It's crazy what's been going on. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you are washing your hands and doing all you need to do to stay safe this period. Let me just go straight to the point, okay? I'm really not so happy, and I just thought to come on here and discuss this with you guys. First off, I know that I have a couple of Nigerians here that live all over the world in different parts, and majority of you do not like people like us coming on here to say the truth about what's going on in Nigeria. But it has gotten to that point where we need to say the truth. We need to speak the truth, because it's just like hiding, like, I don't know, but in Nigeria, if you have a child that is wayward and stuff, we are advised not to hide the child. We're advised to speak up, because, you know, want other people to intervene, want the child to get responsible, you know. So a lot has happened in the past couple of days in Nigeria. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be mentioning the name of the stuff going on, because YouTube frowns at that word. Okay, so let's use CV, for example. And if you are writing a comment, please do not write the name. Please just write CV. Okay, so we can all understand. So a lot has happened in the past in Nigeria. I'm going to be saying things that are not necessarily in the news. Okay, maybe it is in the news, but the way I'm going to be analyzing it is just going to be different. I'm going to just break it down, and I'm sure some Nigerians already know this, but I want to just put it out there so that it can reach who it needs to reach, and then so that we can also do what we ought to do as a nation. Okay, so some days ago, before now, we didn't have this issue. You saw the market vlog I posted on Saturday. People were asking me, in this period, you went to the market and stuff. At that point, we had just 3 cases. That was on Saturday. We had just 3 cases in this town. It wasn't rampant. And then only in Lagos, I think. But all of a sudden, over the weekend, a lot of people came back from the UK. And they got infected, probably on the plane or even before boarding, and they are now in Nigeria, and they have spread the stuff everywhere. And now, it did not start from the layman. It went straight up to the government. So the chief of staff to the president of Nigeria contacted CV, and then they had a meeting where he mingled with the president, the vice president, minister of power, minister of health, all service chiefs. They all mingled. They had a meeting, and then from there, they began to spread it. You know, so the former FCT minister, who is now the present governor of Bauchi State, is also positive. The chief of staff is positive. Like the speaker to the House of Assembly, Edo State, is also positive. So the governor of Edo State has gone into isolation. So it just went straight up to the government and, you know, politicians and all those people. And then now there is nothing anybody can do. They cannot fly abroad anymore for treatment. They have to stay in a country that they did not provide the basic amenities for. Because of course they were living their lives. Headache, they'll fly abroad. Stomach ache, they'll fly abroad. Right now, even people abroad, Prince Charles has contacted it, like people are trying to fend for themselves. It's now a case of everybody answer your father's name, everybody go to your country. And then what do we have in our country? Absolutely nothing. The whole world is trying to sort themselves out. What is hurting me about my country is that, of course, it did not get to Africa really early, you know, so we had all the time in the world to prevent it from coming in. We had all the time to shut the borders. We had all the time to take preventive measures, but no, we sat down. Why did we sit down? The daughter to the president was not in the country. She had to come back. All these politicians I just mentioned, they traveled, okay? So they had to come back. So because of them, the whole country was under, you know, they had to leave it open because they needed to come back, and they brought it back. For crying out loud, why did they come back? Does this make any sense? We had all the time, yet we did nothing, and now this thing is spreading like wildfire. Abuja, Lagos, you don't even want to know. Thank God for those in the east, and even Anambra State, you know, kudos to the governor. I think he has closed down everything. Anambra, they're trying as much as they can to, help themselves. There are some states that you cannot even enter right now in Nigeria. If you're trying to get into Benin, you get to a place where they stop people and check them and sanitize them, and you can also, some states are really trying, but Abuja and Lagos for now, we're in a competition. It's not funny. I mean, just opposite my estate, this clip I'm showing you right now is up. If you see the other building, the other side, that's my estate, directly opposite my estate. As a matter of fact, the same person owns these two estates. Okay, so somebody, can you see, they came to pick someone. He's I can't even remember. He's a director, I think, in FIRS. He also came back this same period and they came to pick him. So I don't understand why they had to come back. I don't understand. Okay, yes, maybe they were probably running back home because they heard it wasn't home. But look at the problem they have put us in. And now we have, there are rumors going everywhere that the president of Nigeria is also infected. He's very sick and they've taken him out of the presidential villa to his village. Now, it's not just, I actually believe this because it came from an investigative journalist. Anything she says, I always believe her because she does her investigations. She, anything she puts out, I always believe her. But they hid it from us. They did test and they told us that he tested negative, only for us to hear that he's actually very sick and they're trying to look for a way to fly him abroad. I'm just wondering which country they want to fly him to the UK. Who is even really going to accept him right now? All we can do basically is to pray for our president, yeah? And there's nothing more, there's nothing we can do. But I want to really talk about the government of Nigeria and Africa. African leaders, we need to learn from this. There is no place like home. We absolutely have no reason to be running around, going to different countries for survival when we have everything that we need here. But you guys have failed. They have failed us. They have failed to provide basic necessary amenities for survival. Good health care. Now, they cannot go to, somebody was saying, they should go abroad now. They cannot, there are no good hospitals, there are no good facilities because they do not care. All they care about is themselves, their families. They know that whenever, like this thing I'm even talking about is too sensitive, but yeah, we'll talk about it. They know that whenever they fall ill, they can afford to go treat themselves, and they have not cared for the common citizen of the nation. Okay, now that people need money, I heard that fuel has gone down a little, gas has gone down a little, and I'm happy about that, just a little anyways, but, at all, I ain't bad pass, okay, they're saying, everybody stock your house, we're going to close down the marketplace, we're going to close down this, we're going to close down that. But at the end of the day, some state governments have not paid their workers. My brother still goes to work right now as I'm talking to you, and he enters public transport to work, and they have not paid him. And offices, companies are still open, allowing people to still come to work in this condition that we are in this whole, state governments have not paid people. If you were a country that really cared about your citizens, what were you supposed to do? Pay all the people early enough for them to go shop for their homes. That's people that even have jobs. Okay, some do not even have, like right now, some people in their houses, they do not have gas, they do not have anything to eat. But let's talk about those that even have jobs. They have not paid some people. All right, stock up your home. Where is the deep freezer? Deep freezer is luxury. It's luxury. It's not everybody that can afford it. Okay, let's forget about deep freezer. Some people have deep freezer. Where is the electricity? Where is the light? Do you understand? There are places in Nigeria where electricity is bad. For the past 1 week, no light. Do you understand? So what are they supposed to do? They should buy things in the house and then everything is going to spoil because, of course, no light. Or they'll buy things and they'll spend their own money to go buy fuel to power the... Like, can you see that we have not done ourselves good? Can you see that? Like, this whole thing, I have a lot to say and I don't know where to start from. I'm just trying to gather everything in my head and just sound as nice as I can, because if I tell you how I am fuming, how I am irritated and disgusted by all the things that these people have put us through, and not just the government, even the citizens. I saw a video that leaked where some people in Lagos were making hand sanitizers in drums with starch. In this one that people are dying, Some citizens are trying to kill people as well. Okay, you did a video about it. Did you report them? No. Those sanitizers will still spread. And people will be sanitizing their hands with starch, thinking that, like, why don't we love ourselves? Why can't we help ourselves? Why can't, like, I feel like at the end of the day, all these things that we're gathering, we're not like, okay, look at Italy. With all the beautiful structure, with all the money people have, they have died. Nobody went away with 1 naira. What is all this that we're doing in Africa? What is all this with our African mentality? You gather all the money, you end up dying at the end of the day, and you cannot go with it. So why can't you use it to make your own home better? It's only in Africa that you see that a president, somebody is a president of a country, and in his village there are no roads. Front of his house there are no roads. Somebody, yes, I've been to, I don't even want to call them, I've been to a president's house before. There was no road in front of his own house, and he's the president. I don't understand, because if you do not love yourself, you do not love your own home, how like, what good can you possibly do to the people if you do not love your own self? We are Nigerians, we're Africans, we need to love ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to save ourselves. Now look at, so now in different states here, there are like healthcare facilities built in every local government. But guess what? They are not in use. There was no point. Okay, so you go to any of those healthcare centers, it's just the building. Grasses have even covered the whole place. No staff, no equipment, nothing. Ordinary antenatal, they cannot even do there. You cannot even just open the place and say, okay, it's just for antenatal, it's just a pregnant woman, check their temperature, scan the baby. You cannot just use it. It's just useless. So what did they build it for? They ate money to build it. But those facilities, if they were functioning, at least since it's in every local government, right now that things are good, because now they are even short of space. In Gwagwalada, that's where they take them to. People that they want to quarantine, they take them to Gwagwalada, and there is no space anymore. So imagine that it gets worse. It gets as bad as it got in Italy. What is going to be our fate? Nigeria. Where are we going to run to? Who do we run to? What are we going to do? In these health centers I'm talking about, there is no electricity supply. They didn't even connect electricity. No water, no equipment, no staff. Is there sense in it? No. Then you go to teaching hospitals. You see everybody that is sick, they go to teaching hospitals and stuff, and no space, no bed space. Like, what are we even doing? And we keep hearing no jobs, no jobs. All those centers, like, you see people that graduate after school, you suffer to be in school for 5 years. You studied probably med lab science or whatever, even medicine, and then you come out, no jobs. But those buildings are there that you can use to provide jobs for people. And then, so like, one person, because he's probably a minister or he's a senator, is earning as much as 14 million naira a year. And you cannot pay minimum wage of 30,000 naira. It just became 30,000 recently. You cannot pay minimum wage of 30,000 naira. But you pay one person 14 million naira. Guys, I'm coming. I'll be back. Okay, I'm probably overreacting, and that's because I'm overreacting. I'm human. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. During this video, like you can see, I'm gathering the energy. I'm gathering myself together, because it's crazy how you keep hearing of unemployment when there are employable avenues for people to get employed, but nothing is being done. So now, who is losing? It has gone to affect the people on top, the same people that put us in this condition. They are now all affected. This is not now a matter of I am rich, I can fly abroad, I can go treat myself. It's nothing like that. Right now, nowhere to go. We're all in our home, suffering for... Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I need to calm down. It's just very hurtful because we're losing out based on our own neglect. We're losing out. At the end of the day, it's not about money. It's no longer about money. We thought it was about money. We thought that, once you have money, you have it all. Once you have money, you can afford the good things of life. But right now, man, things are crazy and things are becoming real, and it just shows that not only God, it just shows that do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do when you have the opportunity to do it, because you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Whoever thought this would happen? Things like this happen, or things similar to this happen, but it happens in just some countries, or you know, maybe a country is going through war and there's no money, there's no food. Then other countries can send in money, or you know, but now it is the entire world. They say, okay, everybody stay in your country now, everybody go back home. What do we have to fall back on? What's the point having leaders when you cannot provide things that your citizens need for survival? When you cannot care about a single life because your child was coming back, you left the borders open. Can you see how we always think of ourselves, to put ourselves, only us first, before an entire nation, and you are a leader? You need to go on social media and see what Nigerians are wishing these men. It's going to break your heart. Nigerians want them dead. I'm going to say it. Nigerians have lost empathy for those men because a lot of people lost their siblings to terrorists, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen. When Jonathan was president, it was Boko Haram. In this government, it is Fulani headsmen. Killing people. People have lost their lives. You saw how this year started. I don't know if you've been following up in Nigeria, but in Nigeria, there have been like up to 7 fire outbreaks where people died. And people were rumoring that it's from the government. Fire here, this market is getting burned today, 17 people died. This market got burned, people lost their properties, their lives, their shops. People are not happy. Nigerians are not happy with the government because we have all it takes to make this thing happen. But no, we gather all the money. I heard that the money in our president's, I'm sorry I'm saying all of this, but yeah, it's all over the news. The money in our president's daughter's account can build good, functional hospitals. It's in one person's account. Like, the money keeps circulating on top there. Then the people that are down, they just keep suffering. But look at God now. It has come. It did not start from the commoner that enters public transport. It started from them. They're the ones that brought it in, those same people. Does this make sense? I'm just making this video because we need to have a rethink. We need to restructure. We need to know that we're doing ourselves, that we're going to lose at the end of the day. Imagine that it gets really bad. No health care. I mean, what's going to become of Nigeria at the end? Just imagine it. I don't even want to think about it because of neglect. If you want to lead, there's a song that says, if you're a leader, lead us well. If you're a governor, govern us well. If you're a senator, I mean, electricity till now. Does this even make sense? I'm just tired of talking unemployment here, this one here, but we have all the resources. It's circulating. They're paying people 14 million, 20 million a month in a country that... Guys, drop your thoughts, man. Drop your thoughts. I'm so sorry. I just want to say something before I go. Hold God, though. Just hold God. Just live a good life. Live a good life. Do what you need to do. If you're a citizen, be a good citizen. Do not look for opportunities where there are no opportunities. You're making hand sanitizers with starch. If you're a leader, be a good leader. Wherever you're leading, be good. Do your own part. Do what you need to do. At the end of the day, nobody goes anywhere with these things. At the end of the day, somebody dies, the children squanders the money. I mean, it has happened. It keeps happening. It happens over and over and over and over. They squander the money finishes. That's the end. Wouldn't you be happy? Like, really, I used to think about it, that if I'm a president, I would work. I would do what I need to do. Because if I do what I need to do, my country becomes a place where money is being made, money is being generated. Look at Dubai. You do what you need to do. People will come and, do business with your country. People will come and do things. People will have employment. You see that there are less criminal activities going on. Things will go on well. Why would you not do it? Why wouldn't you want your own country to be the talk of the town in a good way? Look at the way Nigerians have bad reputation all over the world. Yet Nigerians are good. So many Nigerians are good. So many Nigerians are hardworking. So many Nigerians pay their dues. They do what they need to do. What is all this? What is all this? Just stay safe. Hold God. Hold God. You know, do what you got. Guys, I'm going to see you very soon. I want to just drive out to show you guys the streets, because they closed down all the markets today, companies, plazas. So I just assume that everywhere is going to be empty, you know. So I want to just show you the empty streets. Like the market where I filmed, I'm going to drive there. I'm going to show you guys the same market. I'm just assuming in my head that in case you don't see a video from me showing you guys the streets of Abuja today, then that's because it's not empty. But if it's empty, I'm going to film. Okay, please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Forgive me if I was just ranting. I just needed to pour out my heart. I'm not even sure I did this video well. I'm going to see you guys next time. Okay, love you. Bye.